Right. Welcome, dear devotees. We are here with you, and we're just waiting for the. Yes, we're here also with Firefox means to Facebook. So, Facebook and Instagram, we are live today, and whether the camera is straight or not, I'm unable to properly tell in this light, but we are trying our best to serve you, trying our best to be here in remembrance of Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj, and Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj. And of course, in remembrance of Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, really the pioneer of Krishna consciousness in the Western world, following the instruction of his Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So, here we are, we're in the world where we must chant the name of the Lord. Really, this is our process in this age, and we're in the time, this place and time in the world where Hari Nam Sankirtan is the very recommended process. The process given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, very simple process, and without lots of complications, keep our life simple, and congregationally chant as much as we can, in the sense of, when we get the opportunity, come together with devotees, with mridanga, with kartels, come together with devotees and sing the songs of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Chil Narottam Das Thakur, Guru Maharaj, Gurudev, and those songs which are established by Guru Maharaj and Gurudev in Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, and which are in our Kirtan Guide, the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Kirtan Guide, available online, completely free as a PDF, scsmat.com, and other places indeed. Just follow the links to the books and then download them. And Gurudev said, everything is in our songbook. Why he says that? Because the prayers and conception of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, prayers and conception of Narottam Das Thakur, of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, of Guru Maharaj Gurudev, of our Parampara, Rupa Goswami also. This is all given in the songs of the great acharyas included in the Kirtan Guide. So Kirtan is certainly to come together and sing, but Kirtan is to propagate, to broadcast the glories of Guru and Gauranga, broadcast the glories of Radha Krishna. And so to be able to somehow give publicity to the message of Mahaprabhu, give publicity to where people can hear the message of Mahaprabhu, give publicity to the name of the Lord. This way, to make a broad campaign to allow the world, the public, those who are in this world of birth and death, to know about Mahaprabhu's message and to know about our Guru Vaga, our connection to the upper world through the greatest personalities. So Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Sridhar Maharaj himself, he came to the mat, okay, we understand it is Leela, etc. But actually he saw a poster. So, posters, flyers, now we have Facebook, Instagram, we have all sorts of electronic posters and flyers, etc. But Guru Maharaj came to the mat but after seeing a poster in a street in Calcutta, which was advertising a festival which was taking place in relation to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and it was perhaps organized by Gaudiya Mat. Then by the name, he understood, oh, these must be persons related to the mission of Gauranga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Guru Maharaj saw the poster, and it is through that poster he came to the gathering with Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur presiding, and the association of the disciples and devotees of Srila Saraswati Thakur. So Guru Maharaj showed, Srila Sridhar Maharaj showed through his Leela how a poster can bring us in connection with the devotees, show us where we can get guidance. And Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Maharaj, he came to the devotees, he came to Guru Maharaj through the Harinam Sankirtan, the Kirtan, traveling Kirtan party from Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, with mridanga, kartels, and coming at that time to Nadangat, where Gurudev was serving as a teenager. He was like an assistant to a doctor, And this was basically the beginning of what would have been his career. And he was there in Nadangat, and then in the evening he saw these like bright brahmacharis chanting the names of Gauranga, chanting various bhajans. And this was Gurudev's introduction through meeting with those devotees telling him the glories of Guru Maharaj, and then him coming to Navadip Chaitanya Saraswat Mat forever, to Guru Maharaj's lotus feet forever. So we have direct examples, if you like, in our immediate history of the Parampara. The power of the poster, the power of Nama Sankirtan, and of course the power of the publications, the power of public talks, the power of association with the devotees in one way or another. So we know that we need to try to maintain our own spiritual life, our own spiritual practices, keep our head out of the gutter, and keep our ideal, the remembrance of our ideal, on top of our head, and make our daily nourishment to maintain our position. But maintaining our position, what is the actual practice of our devotional life, will become more and more secure as we distribute whatever we have. Distribute whatever we have. Guru Maharaj, he said very clearly, he said, if only you know, oh, chanting Hare Krishna is good for you, then tell other people, chanting Hare Krishna, it is good for you. So whatever we can share, whatever we've found is an inspiration for us in our life. And for many of us, for literally some of our friends, they clearly tell they owe not only their spiritual life, but their actual life itself. They owe all this to Srila Guru Maharaj and to Srila Gurudev. And without them, almost certainly they would be dead. Almost certainly they would have been in very unfortunate situations. And yes, we know the soul doesn't die or isn't born, but they would have left from this world very unfulfilled and in a desperate situation. So we hear from many of our friends, god brothers, god uncles and aunts, god cousins, whatever we relations are, but we hear from many of the Vaishnavas. Actually, every Vaishnava practically has an interesting story, how they came to Krishna consciousness, how they came to the Vaishnavas, how they came to Guru. And these stories are as varied as there are devotees. But again, some opportunity has come to them through a friend, through something they read, through an address, something which has given them the opportunity to meet with the devotees. So let us remember that we now know where devotees, where sincere seekers, the public can come to get good advice, really good advice, not just how to relieve aches and pains and how to make living in this world more tolerable by forgetting the final destination, the final reality of this plane, but the actual goal of life, where we've got this opening, the doorway to the upper world, really very close to us, if only that we can be directed to that doorway. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came wanting to tell everybody, wanting to distribute the holy name. And there's many super sweet things, but one very sweet thing in Chaitanya Charitamrita is Mahaprabhu. We know that he went to South India by foot, naturally, but he's going to unlimited numbers of pilgrimage places on his South Indian tour after he'd received sannyas, gone to Puri, then went to South India. And on the way that he's traveling, the descriptions are there of how he is chanting the name of the Lord. And whoever heard him chant and saw him chant, they automatically chanted the name of the Lord. And if they didn't do it automatically, Mahaprabhu is telling them, chant the name of the Lord. It is your greatest medicine. Take this for free. Chant and be happy. And then so many people, they chant the name of the Lord. They got Krishna Prema by Mahaprabhu's, of course, supreme will, potency, his distribution in that way. And whoever saw them, they also chanted, and whoever saw them in this way, from 1, 2, 3, 4, then spread out the glories of the Maha Mantra, the glories of the name, and empowered by Mahaprabhu himself telling them, you chant the name of the Lord. But when Mahaprabhu went to South India, this was his modus operandi. This is how he conducted his day-by-day life. And so many people, they started to chant Krishna's name. Then in Chaitanya Charitamrita, after descriptions of Mahaprabhu's extensive visiting of so many holy places, on his way back, then after coming back up to Kovur, to the place of where he met Ramananda Roy, and from there upwards, mainly he was following the same path that he took going from Puri. You see, there's a natural path there coming up on the eastern side of India. And there it is described that Mahaprabhu, in great joy, he got great joy to see meet those persons who he'd met on the way south as he's going back on the way north, to see those persons and so many of their associates chanting Krishna's name. They got the opportunity to see Mahaprabhu for a second time, in other words, on his way back from South India. And in the meantime, they didn't forget what Mahaprabhu had told them. They remembered very much. Not only that, they were doing what Mahaprabhu told them. And no doubt that brought joy to them. And that brought great joy to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And remember, we are trying to be devotees. We're trying to bring joy to the Lord. That's what devotee means. It's not trying to bring joy to myself. Trying to bring joy to the Lord. But the wonderful thing is that the devotional path, it is joyful in itself. But we are to bring joy to the Lord as we bring joy to Him. This dynamo, He reciprocates with that. And so the journey, if only we can make ourselves take the journey and not give so many excuses to our mind or from our mind. Mind is sometimes controlling the intelligence. The senses are sometimes controlling the mind, the opposite way around from what it should be. So we want to be conscious for ourselves, but conscious for others, that we will really do good for others. Jive Doya, we want to really do good for other living entities. So let us all play our part, however it may be, to help to distribute the message of Mahaprabhu's gift, the message of the Mahamantra, the message of Nitai Gauranga, the message of the Vaishnavas. Now all over the world are so many devotees of the Lord. Let us encourage the public to come to have their association, especially those who are connected with that safe umbrella of Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Gurudev, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Maharaj. They are bringing us the message of Mahaprabhu through Rupa Goswami, through Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. They are bringing us everything that we may ever need, more than we can ever ourselves capture and digest, but they are giving us that current, the shelter, the current, the opportunity for ourselves. But for others, we want to direct others to hear from them, to be with them, to take up the chanting of Krishna's name, to be better than us. Please be better than us. And we want everybody to be successful in devotional life and to take, as I said, our heads, to take their heads also out of the gutter. And we are fortunate because we've been given some ideal, something better, something to aim for. But so much of the world, you can say most of the world, are just engaged in completely mundane topics, nothing beyond the 4 principles of material life that people are striving for, but nothing of any substance, only things like we mentioned previously, like a dream, good dream, bad dream, but it's all over. We've all had experiences in this life, so many good experiences, bad experiences, but all over, passing show, as Gurudev would say. This world is a passing show. So the connection with reality is most valuable for us. We must try to maintain our position. We must try to always go forwards when we can, but we will try to do good for others. And this selfless doing good for others, but real good, not just, as we say, some temporary good, the real good of this introduction to such connection, then this also naturally will give fuel to ourselves. And Mahaprabhu himself says, tell whoever you meet about Krishna. So let us not be shy. We can all make a poster. We can all do some sankirtan as we can with others. Try to find a reasonable singer. Try to find somebody who can keep a reasonable beat with the cartels. But if you've got 3, 4 is good. 5, from 5 onwards, you're getting a nice sankirtan group. And don't worry if somebody's not so good at playing the mridanga or the kartals. Look at Gurudev Govinda Maharaj. How did he first join into our temple Sankirtan? Because he saw the mridanga player wasn't very good. So Gurudev suggested, can I help by playing the mridanga? I've been playing since I'm a child. And so this way, even the bad mridanga player was an instrument in Gurudev's pastimes, how he came to Guru Maharaj's lotus feet. Many things Krishna arranges in order that the sincere seekers and those who are destined from previous lives also with Sukriti to come to their Guru, that the opportunity will come. But if we have so much wealth and we know where that wealth is, even if we ourselves are very poor, but we know where that wealth is, there's some fault in us if we don't share that with others, if we don't give the opportunity. Oh, I know where there is some wealth. Please go there. I see you are suffering. This will relieve your suffering. So the opposite of fault in us if we don't take people to their source of wealth. But the very good fortune in us when we do take people to their source of wealth. And their source of wealth, it's the lotus feet of Vaishnava Guru, Nitai Gauranga, Radha Krishna. So the whole of Kali Yuga's Yuga Dharma is Nama Kirtan, Sankirtan, Kirtan of the Lord. So chanting the Lord's name, form, qualities, etc. And starting with the name. And the last time we were talking over the Facebook and Instagram, we mentioned about Mahaprabhu asking Ramananda Roy the questions, but saying, what is the most worshipable object? Out of many worshipable objects, we can make a list of worshipable things. What's the most worshipable object? The holy name of Radha Krishna, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So we don't need lots of analysis. We need to understand from those who know what is what, who know everything. And guess what? The Lord himself knows everything best. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has just come to this world to bring the fallen souls home. Really, there is a wave of great fortune all over the world. Let us be in that wave, stay in that wave, and share that with others. This Yuga Dharma of Harinam Sankirtan may it be successful everywhere. And we have been given an opportunity to participate. It is a great fortune. Let us try. Let us chant Hare Krishna and be happy. As we've heard in the words of Srila Gurudev many times, as Srila Prabhupada put even on the very front cover of his Back to Godhead magazine. And as we see in the life of the great Acharyas, to chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Don't worry about this world. This world, it is our opportunity to chant Hare Krishna and be happy. So always see the good things which are here. Don't get caught up in criticism, in this, that, and the other. Continue happily in good association. All right, good friends, good devotees, and if from the public who may be there, please, if you have some inquiry, please send a line. Others are monitoring or looking after this Instagram and Facebook page. I'm not doing it, but they are there. They can give you very good advice, give you good association, and may we all make this life successful. Jai to our Guru Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Rockok Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Their Guru Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki Jai. And Shri Rupa Nuga Guru Vaga ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. And to all the assembled devotees and worldwide devotees ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. Vanchakaupatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.